Yo, guys, what is up? Welcome back to some more Zero Hour, and welcome back to another quarterfinals of this epic $1,000 tournament, the Grandmasters 2025 tournament. We only have a few matches left in this tournament. Pretty much every single one of them is a massive one now. We have none other than ExCaL against Mojo tonight with a best of 13. We are a couple of minutes late because ExCaL is driving back from work. He's literally coming fresh from the car, straight to his PC, straight to play a set for our entertainment. So shout out to ExCaL for that. I'm going to quickly show you the bracket just so we can recap on where we are in the tournament. So if you don't want any spoilers, probably look away just for the next couple of seconds or so. I can show that now. Okay, so we're at the top of the bracket here. It's round 3, which is the quarterfinals. ExCaL against Mojo. Best of 13 means first to win 7. Just last night, we saw Tumstep against Lift Truck in a pretty epic set. It was very, very close until Tumstep took over in the championship rounds or matches. And yeah, Tumstep lies in wait there in the semi-final. ExCaL has to go through Mojo, and then he will be against Tumstep if he gets past Mojo. Mojo maybe could beat ExCaL tonight, and then it'll be a Tumstep Mojo semi-final, which hopefully we will arrange very soon. Size versus Marikar is yet to be arranged. It's a bit annoying, to be honest, because we're proposing tomorrow night, but Size has not been able to confirm, but he did come online like 2 hours ago and just wrote go now. It's not really how organization is supposed to work, but he still hasn't been able to confirm tomorrow night for some reason. But hopefully all of these quarterfinals, semifinals are going to get done like around this weekend, because we need that grand final to happen very soon. I'm trying to wrap this tournament up before 27th of March, when I'm going to be going away. I've also got April Fool's video to organize and release in that time as well. So to make sure, because I'm going to be off from like the 28th of March. I'm going to be flying, and then I'm not back until like 2 weeks later. So we need to get this all done and wrapped up. If we look at game replays, which is where the tournament is hosted, usually I put in here when all the matches are scheduled. So obviously we have this one here, ExCaL against Mojo, this quarterfinal. Yeah, Thursday, just tomorrow. Yeah, it's tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. I'm losing track of time now. Size versus Marikar tomorrow. As always, it's going to be one veto per player. There's Oxygen 1. Just ran back to ExCaL. Yeah, Oxygen 1 is in best of 13. If it does go to a decider, it's going to be Arctic Arena with a best of 13. So yeah, it would have to be, what, 6-6, and then it would go to a decider. 7-6 would be the victory if it came to that. And pretty much that is it. ExCaL is just trying to find our game. Apparently he can't see us in the lobby. Welcomes everyone in the chat. I know this is a bit of a late one tonight. Yeah, I do realize that. The grand final, I will try to make sure it's on a peak time on a Friday or a Saturday night, if possible. So maximum people will be able to watch. But yeah, I do realize tonight's set is starting a bit late, but I'd rather have it now rather than be delayed like a week or something. So yeah, as soon as we can get things scheduled, then we will. Because this set is already a little bit late because Mojo had those issues and the set was almost called off. But Mojo seems to have sorted whatever issues he had out. And yeah, we are luckily going to get to see this set. Ideally, we don't want to be disqualifying anyone. Here he is. Been a few Windows updates lately. Could be that. Okay, so okay, he chose Laser versus Tox, ExCaL, First Army, or Veto. Yeah, it's always Oxygen 1, the map to start off here. You will remember in round 1, we actually had Oxygen 2 in there as well. We had a few negative comments about it. With the aircraft carrier and the flooding, so we've removed that now. We have removed it. Okay, ExCaL wants to play the Tox. Mojo is gonna play. Okay, best of 13. Good looking fun. Okay, we're ready. 10k. No limit on super weapons. Let's do this. Let's hope it actually like loads properly into the game because ExCaL said he had a Windows update due, and sometimes that means, as I found out just the other day, was it yesterday? Sometimes that means your game doesn't start for some reason. Someone said it was saying this stream was due to start in 12 hours. Oh, was it really? It might be because this stream was set up for a few days ago and then I had to private it when Mojo called it off. Could have been that, but yeah, I mean, we're here now. Hopefully you're all here watching this live. Yeah, down in the south position, the purple GLA Tox. This is ExCaL. Going for 3 supplies. And then up in the north position, we have the yellow USA Laser. This is Mojo. Just on the other screen, one sec. I'm just sharing the stream in the various Discord channels. Okay, should do it. Okay, War Factory Barracks, again, going for these front supplies, like we've seen in previous games of the USA. Always going for these front supplies. I think they're trying to make the benefit of collecting on alternate crates. Welcome everyone following over on Twitch, by the way. Kikuzo999. Another technical coming in from the right here for ExCaL. A few RPGs here as well. Now, ExCaL might have started a little bit cold here. And the micro does look a tiny little bit off. It might have started a little bit cold because he has just come from a long drive from probably working. So I might explain why the micro was a little bit off there. With a player like ExCaL, you're imagining probably doesn't take long for him to warm up. Unfortunately for ExCaL, it doesn't look like that Stinger's going to hit anything. That's pretty good there for Mojo, the fact that that's not working. So every attack so far has been stopped. But I think ExCaL is probably still warming up. Interesting position for a tunnel here. He's really trying to get in and get some damage done. Mojo's expanding to a third now. This technical is going to try and keep Mojo busy a little bit. It is a tech RPG. That Stinger seems to be doing something now. Be just that... I'm a bit confused. Like, why is it shooting now, but it wasn't shooting before? Is it because the Chinook was just a centimeter closer? What the heck is he even firing now? Are you kidding me? What the... That's so strange, no? Why wasn't it... Why wasn't it firing before? Is it because ExCaL didn't click it? Either way, that Stinger is probably going to die. ExCaL brings in various technicals here. Unload here from Mojo. Laser lock comes in. One of the V's is very low. One of the V's is going to go down. A second V there probably also going to go down. And it does. ExCaL is also in the base harassing again. And here with the tech RPG harassing the Dozer. Yeah, nice multitasking for ExCaL. You can clearly see he started a little bit cold, but he's very quickly warmed into this now. There's Dozers going down. Chinook's being picked off. And is that the last Dozer? I think it's the last Dozer already, isn't it? Where did the other Dozer go? Oh, he's just picked it up in the corner. Okay. How much delay is the stream? It is 2 minutes. So yeah, he's not hunted, I don't think, then. The dozer is inside of that one. Quite a lot of V's out. ExCaL is grabbing some oils. Also getting the refinery down in the bottom left. And the V's are now going to move out. I don't think engaging that is the wisest thing to do here. I think just going across the map as fast as you can. And getting in the face of ExCaL is probably the best thing to do. Mojo seems intent on finishing off that Stinger. Does lose a V for it. Tech RPG around the back, though, has found the dozer. And Mojo is hunted. Also losing Chinooks here, too. Yeah, nice multitasking there from ExCaL. Yeah, only 4 Vs moving out. This side is a little bit exposed currently. There's defenses going up, but it is a little bit late. War Factory has been picked off, and now the barracks getting picked off as well. ExCaL is looking on point now, isn't he? The first technical or two was looking a bit dodgy ground, but very quickly now. Mojo is without dozers and without a War Factory and without a barracks. Yeah, the skill level of ExCaL is just insane, isn't it? It's just insane. And now he's here with plenty of technicals to defend against this. Palace is going up on the left-hand side. This is looking very, very rough for Mojo. Mojo did say on the other screen when ExCaL said he's just coming in from a long drive. Mojo did say, "I hope you're tired," as if to give him some kind of advantage. But it doesn't look like it's going to affect ExCaL that much. That was a dominant performance there. A very quick 1-0 for ExCaL. Well played. Some step in the chat says ExCaL range bug in the Stinger. Some step knows all about the range bug. If there's a range bug referee, Some step is definitely the guy for it. All right, let's close the poll since I always leave that open. 1-0 for ExCaL, and now he will play with the laser. Yeah, someone said ExCal's warmed up in just 3 minutes. I agree. Don't know what was going on with that Stinger. I don't know why it wasn't firing at first. I think he had to manually click it. Maybe it's because the cliff he had to manually click it. I have no idea. Down in the south position, Gillet talks for the yellow. This is a Mojo. Up in the north position with the purple USA laser, this is ExCaL. Yeah, it really did look like that Stinger was going to be useless. But then all of a sudden it just started killing V's and started killing the Chinooks. I suppose if you look at it from there to there, it looks like it can reach. But maybe he just had to manually click it. That's all it can be really, isn't it? Mojo is not going for 3 supplies like ExCaL did in the previous game. Safwan in the chat with some very nice knowledge there. All defense building has air range and ground range. They all start with ground range for both air and ground. But once they start to hit an air units, they start doing air range. Wow, okay. Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah, you're teaching us some nice knowledge there. Once they start hitting ground, they'll start doing the ground range again. That's some very nice knowledge. I did not know that. Probably a stupid thing that needs to be fixed in this future patch, but... Yeah, we have a laser turret here from ExCaL. Does get picked off by this TNT. Quite lucky there, really, that the TNT worked out. Gives that a second terrorist almost didn't work. Yeah, it's quite a decent reaction from Mojo. He's going to kill that oil. He stopped the dozer. Feel like this is quite a decent start for Mojo. He's dealt with this from ExCaL pretty well, I think. I think it would be good to get them RPGs over here as well, so you can start hitting that barracks and hitting this dozer as well. Laser lock comes in. It is a TNT. Kills some MDs. Probably will kill another MD. Tech RPG is here now to stop this dozer. We'll get some scrap for that technical as well. Yeah, it's all pretty good. All pretty good for Mojo. ExCaL now going for a second supply. Ranger in the top right is killed. Got Vet 3 technical. ExCaL really needs to stop that worker, but I don't know why he is not picking that up with that technical, because you could have finished that, which would be game-changing. So that's pretty poor there, I think, from Mojo. Could have easily picked it up inside of that technical, microed it a little bit, scared off the V, and then dropped it back off. So pretty bad there from Mojo, I think. Still got the opportunity to finish this if he gets another worker there straight away. And at least it is distracting ExCaL. TNT on the War Factory. So he's keeping up the pressure very nicely. Another technical comes in here. But that tunnel has to be stopped. Yeah, it's a big shame for the Tox. You still might be able to finish it by getting this one up, but stuff can be produced from there. War Factory on the left for ExCaL. Pretty funky positioning. It's to block, to try and block some units coming in. But it also can be TNT'd quite easily there as well. Another TNT comes in. It's a supply this time. ExCaL on 1,800. Is he going to queue a V up this time, ExCaL? Mojo is expanding. His macro is on point. Palace, second arms dealer. He's already got the 4th supply. He could also get this supply. He has 4K in the bank. Technicals now are up on the right-hand side, but they are going to get laser locked. I feel like the crushers could have been on point there. He could have got some crushers there rather than just shooting it plainly. So yeah, it's pretty good from Mojo. It's like 80% good. But there's like the 20% is missing. Like that, finishing that tunnel. The crushers here not coming in. Okay, that's better. That is better. I think another beautiful thing that Mojo will be able to do now is come in here and just TNT that War Factory. Is dying to be TNT'd. Quite a lot of RPGs there. Mojo does find the War Factory and he gets it. Very nice. That refinery is worth stopping. It is very close, but he does stop it. ExCaL still has his oil up in the top right. This barracks has now been cleared. Technical still on the run. It only needs a 1 tap, and it is dead. Palace is already up. Another TNT is being prepared. There's a rebel out now too. I think Mojo put that there. He's scared of a ExCaL drop. Perhaps another War Factory here. If that's another TNT, which I think it is, by the way. It's relentless, the TNTs on these War Factories. He's getting so much XP. He is level 3 already. And ExCaL is not able to get a ambulance out. So you can't really push with that without an ambulance. And this buggy's already out. So from this point, really, Mojo should not be losing. It would be probably a Mojo throw if he does go on to lose this. I don't really think he's going to lose it, though. It's a pretty tough position to lose from now because he's got all the map control that he wants. He knows where pretty much every building of ExCaL is. Maybe apart from this new levitating War Factory, which is levitating, by the way. Ambulance just came out of it, the floor. Game audio occasionally glitching. Okay. Well, I have had another Windows update today. I've restarted like 3 times, though, to stop. Yeah, I don't know what could be causing that. Maybe it's just this one-off map. Imagine if that was a rebel there. Tox rebel could have got some very nice kills. Jean-Michel is out. No worker shoes and no buggy ammo upgrade. Hopefully he will be getting that very soon from here. Is that captured? It's not captured. So where's that rebel gone? I could have sworn he made a rebel earlier. Tech RPG comes in. It's nice crushes there with the ambulance. Yeah, maybe if I press that. Maybe that sorts out the game audio. I don't know. Maybe I need to restart my game. Do you think another V there is going to get picked off? ExCaL might be regretting the build order that he did here now. Okay, the V numbers are getting up, and the ambulance is in the mix. Search and destroy is deployed, but buggies are out. Yeah, the upgrades from that are a little bit slow. Worker shoes have just kicked in, but the buggy ammo is needed ASAP. ExCaL already hitting the left side. He's going to have a shock of his life now when he sees all of these buggies. Actually, he probably won't be shocked because he's pressed intelligence. He would have seen. Yeah, he would have seen everything, I think. DoMiNaToR is here. Few technicals. Just running to their death, really. He's getting the bounty money, Mojo. ExCaL is creeping up with the XP as well. But yeah, definitely this oil not being captured is a mistake. Even if you just got one worker from there and just built a barracks here and just got it the old slow and inefficient way. If you need that to be producing TNTs consistently, then it would be worth it. But he's made a rebel on a bike now. He does have the capture upgrade. Tech RPG comes in. Those are saved. Yeah, the gamma upgrade is in play. ABC doesn't want any spoilers of previous games. Well, I did show people the bracket at the beginning, but I gave a 30-second warning to turn that away. So yeah, I won't show the bracket again. Yeah, I won't show it for the rest of the stream. But if you want to see who ExCaL will be against next, or who Mojo will be against next, whoever goes through here, rewind to the beginning. I do show you the bracket, and you can also click on the challenge bracket, which has all the full updates. So that will contain spoilers in the description. Yeah, ExCaL pressing forward here against the tunnels. He doesn't want the buggies to pop out, but there is a slight problem there in the sense that the Tox tunnels, if you go too close, are firing, and a lot of these Vs are being picked off. DoMiNaToR having a field day. He's already bet too. And Mojo's floating 17k. Now, is that a show-off, or does he just not need to spend the cash, or is he just not able to macro and spend all of his money? Because I never think floating 17k is the most optimal way to play. If you want to float 10k, all right, maybe there's a case for that, but getting this, dropping down 3 markets, and an additional arms dealer, I think would be probably the most optimal. There is a particle cannon out now, so you probably could make a case for a Scud Storm if you're going to float 20k now, which is what he's floating. But I think that's some mind games. I think that's why Mojo is trying to float 21k. That is some mind games. Because yeah, there's no way you should be floating 25k. I mean, he's still probably comfortably going to win this one, Mojo. I still would like the game to be played to its absolute maximum. Like you see with players like Vivid, Marikar. The map would just be covered in markets. Maybe a defensive tunnel there. This would be captured, for example. This would be captured. This would probably be belonging to Mojo. It seems to be a bit of an awkward fight here for Mojo, though. He is dropping down a Scud Storm now. 3 Scud Storms, actually. Okay, supply drop zone over on the left side. Fire base over on the right. This artillery platform is massively helping out. It just does so much splash damage in one area. I mean, particle cannon is scary, but when your base looks like this and you have this much map control and this much money, is it really that scary? Where's the best place that it could hit? I don't really know where's the best place it could hit. It could probably hit the those 3 buildings. You probably hit the supply on the way, but those 3 buildings are the key ones. And then maybe then you could amass a bit of an army and try to break through. But I think it's really difficult for the laser here. Even for ExCaL. He's making another particle cannon. However, them 2 being bunched up like that, if there's a couple of Scud Storms, he could get 2 in 1 with the Scud Storms. So, yeah, I don't necessarily agree with building them so close together like that. Yeah, first beacon is placed down here by ExCaL. 3 Scud Storms out all at once. I think ExCaL probably knows this is GG, but he's gonna fight it out to the death, and he's also warming himself up as well. Even though he did really well in the first game, you got to think coming from a full day of work, just rocking up at your computer, you're not going to be at your best. But I mean, the longer he plays here, he's probably going to more so reach his peak. So yeah, ExCaL can see how much he has because he's got the intelligence from the strategy center. Yeah, because these fire bases are so deep, the quad cannon easily able to dish out some damage there. There's a few Vs on the way to try and deal with it. Yeah, the victor of this set is not known. This is live. You're watching this live. It's the other sets that people don't want spoilers for. To the guy that asked in the chat. Yeah, you know what we do need in a future patch? You need, as the observer, you need a notification to say, like, warning, particle cannon launched or something like that. Because sometimes you don't necessarily notice that the particles... that the particle's gone off. Also would be good for the observer to see where the support powers are placed in advance. Just so you know you don't miss anything. But yeah, ExCaL is losing these Chinooks. It's giving away bounty money and XP. They are getting hit a lot. ExCaL wants to keep collecting. He's coming in with the A10. ExCaL doesn't mind losing a few Chinooks. Double A10 comes in there. Kills a lot of defenses. This one's down to the hole. Yeah, these buggies from range are just picking off these Vs all day long. Missile defenders get cleared. Pathfinder's now being chased. All the Pathfinders get picked off, and another Chinook picked off. Mojo is close to level 5. Sneak attack could be deadly. It is 3 particle cannons against 4 Scud Storms. Still a 12.5k float for Mojo. Still collecting on middle. Could make maybe a few extra workers and start long distance collecting from there too. Or you could just wait for that to mine out, long distance collect. Probably still would add a few more workers. Yeah, I'd grab all of them. At least like half of those. And put them over there. The other half you can just spread them around your base to repair stuff. As and when you need to. Yeah, ExCaL still putting up a fierce fight. He's got another particle ready to fire around about now. TNT on the right. Kills the firebase. Particle coming in. Yeah, ExCaL really wants to push in on this left-hand side. He's using the particle now on the defenses. Maybe realizing this area here is wide open. Here comes... Ooh. Rebel Ambush and Anthrax. I don't know if ExCaL saw that coming or not. Anthrax isn't going to do a lot. But ExCaL is now in the base. He's going to start hitting the black markets. Sneak attack behind his scuds. And ExCaL is going to go and park right in the back here. 3 black markets. Expect a gunship here at the top, hitting the sneak attack. This is a nice little position by ExCaL. I still think it's going to get cleared, though. There's a battle bus here. There's quads and buggies, and all of this eventually does get cleared. Yeah, Spectre gunship still dishing out a bit of damage, but all in all, that is dealt with. Yeah, remember before when I said he's floating 25k? He could have dropped down some markets and maybe a scud, and I probably would have done an extra tunnel there. You see why that extra tunnel is needed now? This whole area didn't have tunnels. He had to use a sneak attack to try and help defend. Scud Storm is launched. Where is that going to be? I reckon it's going to be on the 2 particles. Yeah, it is. It's a double particle cannon hit. Double ender. Beautiful, isn't it? With the pink and the lasers. Very, very beautiful. Yeah, I think they were stacked too much on top of each other. Next Scud Storm here would be absolutely amazing for Mojo. ExCaL is pushing in down this left-hand side. There's Pathfinders here, so all his infantry stand no chance. These tunnels are all going to get shut down. How was USA supposed to counter buggies? You can make Vanilla Raptors, Colonel Burton, and Tomahawks if you are USA. But he's laser, so he doesn't have Tomahawks. Yeah, these are mostly MTBs now. It's probably the last attack here from ExCaL. His base looks pretty bare. I think ExCal's just making Mojo work for the fight. Particle cannon is ready. Proxy drop zone over on the left from ExCaL. Particle cannon hitting the base. Another armadillo got picked off, but we've got 2 more over here already. Mojo's now collecting from the other supplied area in mid. Another Scud Storm is ready. Yeah, he hasn't found this spot, because in my opinion, that's like a beauty spot to hit. Or there. It is instead going over here for the oil. Yeah, ExCaL also might be holding out for a disconnection because Mojo is known to disconnect. I think personally he's just making Mojo fight to the very end. But you never know with a player like Mojo. If he disconnects and it's not 100% won, could be a rematch involved. But Mojo just closed it out. 1-1 is the score. Yeah, if it's 90% your victory and you disconnect, probably that player can be awarded the win or it can be a rematch. But if it's anything less and you disconnect, it could be your loss. It's the tournament rules. But yeah, it didn't happen anyway. It was decent pink. 1-1 is the score. Okay, ExCaL matchup, Mojo map. Yeah, ZMax said Comanches are also good against buggies. Well, against Tox, not so great because Stingers with the Gamma upgrade are massively strong. Battle Busters massively strong. AP Bullets with Quads massively strong. And for laser, the Comanche is quite expensive. So, don't know. Unless your name's Marikar and you can make it work. Generally, I don't think so. Okay, Mojo currently choosing a map or a veto for Air Mirror. One's damned Scorpion. Okay, so up in the top left, USA Air Force for the player, aka Mojo. And down at the bottom right, we have the purple USA Air Force for the player, OOE ExCaL. Who's apparently got a new recent addition to his clan, which is Lift Truck. Now it's OOE Truck, which I'm still trying to get used to. This is ExCaL's matchup and Mojo's map. Speaking of beautiful, which we saw in the last game, some beautiful Scud Storms. I do think this map is very beautiful. Just so peaceful. It's like paradise. Until the dam goes off, of course. Mojo just sold his CC. Okay. Did he mean to do this? Is that just an automatic reaction? I think that's an automatic reaction. I can't see him doing this build and selling his CC. Dozer has been dropped off. It's quite weird to sell your CC in an air mirror. Dozer drop. Well, the Dozer goes down, but the 3MD drop not really doing anything. So the first King Raptor that is out just needs to split fire this Dozer and this Dozer. Then the second King Raptor comes out, hit the power, and probably it will be GG. So I think he sold I think he sold his CC there by mistake. I can't see any reason why he would do that on purpose. Squeeze out a few more units is not worth it, I don't think. Okay, that attack from ExCaL doesn't work out too well. ExCaL is on 2 oils. Mojo's going to be on 1. Don't know what's going on with that one. Just 1, looks like. Mojo did go for the 2 supplies. ExCaL is not hunting with the Raptors currently, but this one gets picked off, in my opinion, far too easily. Another Schnook here. This time gets attacked and does go down. Power of ExCaL gets picked off. Another Schnook of Mojo gets picked off. Yeah, ExCaL just seems pretty intent on hitting the money, not on hitting the Dozer. Is now... Where's he heading to now? He hasn't picked off that Dozer still. Did he realize he sold his CC? I do wonder. ExCaL now trying to get another oil. Yeah, this is not working out for Mojo, is it? I think he just panicked there, fluffed that up quite a lot. I don't really know what we just saw.
You have been defeated.
But ExCaL is pretty much a champ at air mirrors, so... Doesn't really matter what build you do. I don't know. Super weapon mirror next. On the same map, but they'll swap the spots. I personally think he sold his CC out of habit. Okay, up at the top left, we have the purple super weapon general. This is OOE ExCaL. And down at the bottom right, we have the super weapon for the yellow. This is Mojo. Looking like a one supply build for ExCaL. 2 supplies again from Mojo. Now's probably the time to sell your CC. Two MDs and a Ranger are picked up. ExCaL's drop is much faster. He is already out and across the map. ExCaL keeping his CC. Mojo selling his CC and going 2 supplies. ExCaL drops straight in the back. It is a dozer drop. And it is going to be an EMP. There is a Ranger right there, though. Oh, my God. He got it. Oh, he got it. Okay, that could mess it up for ExCaL, actually, because he's getting dropped as well. I did think, you know, that dozer was taking its time. I did think that. That could have completely screwed ExCaL now. Completely screwed.
Holy crap, we have a mega donation.
Oh my God, Amar's back. Amar Senade, the legend.
Hola, amigo.
Oh, Amar Senade with a casual £50 donation. Hola, amigo, indeed. Yo, welcome back, Amar Senade. Another mega donation. Appreciate that, man. Really, really appreciate it. Yeah, this could be the game, you know, where ExCaL loses a quick game. I mean, it is ExCaL. Let's not count him out straight away, but definitely, like, losing that $900 EMP, losing the dozer worth 1,000, kept his CC as well, and then was taking damage on the Chinooks. Also losing Rangers here, but ExCaL is getting 1, 2 oils. Oh, some nice crushers there by ExCaL. And that's in the chat says it was an honest mistake. They should replay it. Are you talking about the CC cell? Nice troll, man. Nice troll. 1, 2 oils for Mojo, maybe. I mean, his economy is much greater. I tell you what I think would be really powerful for Mojo is to pick up a loaded V and then drop it off. Drop it off in the base of ExCaL. Actually, drop it there. Drop it there and camp the barracks. That would be absolutely deadly. Drop coming in for ExCaL. No reaction yet from Mojo. Loses a Chinook. Might even lose another one. I think he's paying attention in multiple places. ExCaL's multitasking, looking more on point. Oh, another Chinook is going to fall. Yeah, pretty decent drop there from ExCaL. This V is going to get in the back. But one of them Chinooks that he lost, imagine if he'd have dropped that and just been paying attention to his Chinooks. It would have been much better for him. Yeah, he needs to get here and camp that barracks whilst he's producing. ExCaL comes in with a laser lock. That dozer does go down. Yeah, I think camping here is a really good position. I don't know why he's buggering off. ExCaL is still roaming around with MDs here. 1, 2-3 oils going to be in control of Mojo, whereas ExCal's only got 1-2, and he's getting his Chinooks harassed like crazy. Mojo's made another Chinook there. Fraser Jurok in the chat says Amar the Legend is back. Yeah, that's true, man. Amar is the legend. Another V here now. That one did get picked off. I still don't know why it didn't really camp there. It's getting laser locked like crazy. Could kill the power here. He could have killed the power with the laser lock. Still could kill the power, actually. It still would be good, I think. ExCal's just walking in with MDs now. This is ExCal's. This one, and this one is Mojo's. So it's 3 versus 2 oils, but ExCal is not really collecting. The power's been hit. Yeah, huge advantage here for Mojo. Mojo going to get a 4th oil. Certainly looking good for Mojo. ExCal GG's. Who would have thought it? 2-2. 2-2. That EMP drop just not quite working out. If that EMP had got up, it probably would have been an ExCal win. But it got stopped by a Ranger because ExCal was maybe a little bit too greedy. He wanted to build it on the edge. If he had just built it nice and tucked behind the supply, it would have been fine. 2-2. All tied up. Yeah, massive shout out to Amar for that £50 donation. I really appreciate that, of course. And now it will be Mojo's matchup. ExCaL map or Veto. Okay, air stealth. It's actually something that ExCaL picks a lot. It's going to be on his map, and he's going to pick the first army. Blue hole. It's going to be a monster game. There's a confused face. I don't know why. It's in the map pool. This needs a minute, does it? Anna says, Domi, can you ask them to replay the air mirror just to be fair? No, I can't, but can I make a suggestion, though? Can you go on the forums, on game replays, go in the topic, and you make the suggestion? When this set's concluded, just ask the players to go back and replay it. Yeah, Mojo saying this needs a minute indicates... indicates he's not played it very recently and not very experienced in it, which I think just gives more confidence there to ExCaL. Okay, down in the bottom left, we have the GLA Stealth in the purple. This is ExCaL. Up in the top right, we have the USA Air Force for the yellow player, or gold, as some people like to call it. This is AKA Mojo. Okay, I think double barracks is like pretty much the only way the air should be playing it. Make a load of ranges, send your dozer over here, send the dozer over here, whatever you want to do. Get as many oils as you can to start taking these bunkers with MDs, build a massive amount of Vs and push out. You want to kill the stealth before he drops down a palace and 22 arms dealers. don't really think there's a lot else you're going to be doing. Some people before have tried a no eco straight down the middle of the map against GLAs. It doesn't really work. I wouldn't go commies here. I do think this is the most complicated map in the game at the minute because of these drops partly at the back as well. ExCaL's work are going to be picked off there. Not sure what's going on here. There's a terrorist, like, right there. Pretty bad drop. Could have even just dropped it back there and just been walking around. It would have distracted him more. ExCaL sending a toxin tractor straight there. ExCaL is also up here denying these oils. This ranger might be able to pick off the worker. ExCaL drops off a rebel of his own. Just because there's so many oils and these various bunkers in your base for those main reasons, and the oils are scattered all around as well. For those main reasons, that's why I think it's the most complicated map. That's a nice little worker there for ExCaL. But he's probably going to get laser locked now and picked off. Does get picked off. Worker is still there. ExCaL gets 1, 2, 3. Maybe about to be 4 oils. I think he is in there as well, but Mojo has this one. 1, 2, 3 oils coming for Mojo. He's got a ranger there too. %62 tunnel for ExCaL. Yeah, ExCaL could get this. He's got a rebel right there. But like I said, there's so many oils scattered all around here. There is a lot to do. ExCaL bringing in a couple of quads. Nice micro so far from Mojo. Quad attack weakens the V, which just slowed down Mojo a little bit. That gets captured. This has been captured. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 oils so far for Mojo. Plus he's getting his refinery and expanding to a second supply. So not bad, actually, for Mojo. ExCaL building a second and third arms dealer. Probably that one at least is a fake. ExCaL's right up in the face of Mojo here. So I think if those Vs move out, he might just pop a bunch of quads and just go straight into the base. And try and get in all the nooks and crannies, as you would say in the UK. All the little gaps in the base with the quads. So the Vs can't use their range. I don't know about engaging that there. Unless he's got flashbangs. Yeah, pretty bad engagement there. It's a pretty rock-solid position. Unless you've got means of clearing that out. This is just Mojo throwing the game here, basically. He does have flashbangs, apparently. Yeah, they've only just started firing now. Okay. But yeah, he's just wasted a few Vs there for pretty much nothing. When really, they could have continued building up and then maybe pushed one of these sides. But ExCaL has every entrance sealed off. If you imagine Mojo's the water and ExCaL is the bucket. And these are all the passages where you can put water into the bucket, then they're all sealed off currently. Apart from maybe here. Could have a little trickle coming into the base. He's stolen power. He's stolen a CC. Yeah, he's got a dozer. He's walking off into the back and he's got a repair base. That dozer's repairing. So he could build a tunnel now deep in the back. It's pretty risky. Just to be running around with 2 Vs against their stealth with 3 arms dealers. Because it could be any number of technicals. Could be taking these out quite easily. But ExCaL might actually start messing around now. He might start making King Raptors and picking off the Vs. because he's very much in the realms of that territory at the minute. I think he will make a dozer, to be honest. I think he will. But he can produce quads like crazy now, and as soon as these Vs move out, just a massive army of quads goes into the base. I'm just interested to see if he will start making airfields. Could also make a strategy center just to get the extra range on the quads as well. Toxin Tractor coming in. But ExCaL has just got him so contained. There's buggies out now already. This is 100% over. ExCaL would have to throw massively here to lose this game. I do think it's winnable for the Air Force. I don't think it's totally out of the realms of possibility. Big Bill in the chat says we say Nuck and Cranny in the US as well. Ah, okay. I thought that was just a UK thing. I mean, okay, you might be lucky. You might clear a few tunnels here and there, but you're just going to get picked off. He's capturing his base with a rebel here. He's so contained. There's no way through. There's literally no way through for these Vs. You might break through there, but then you're just going to face a whole wrath of quads and buggies from ExCaL. He's producing tons and tons of buggies. Yeah, and once them quads are parked there, all of this is not going to be collecting. Mojo's going to go for probably one last big attack here, because clearing this is going to be a nightmare. Also, whilst you are trying to clear them quads, buggies might come in from the low ground as well. So yeah, one of these Vs are distracted. Buggies now might pop from here and kill the Vs from behind. S&D is set. Here comes a carpet bomb. Quite a nice carpet. But he's lost Chinooks and he's lost his oil. Maybe most of the Chinooks got moved, actually. There's no supply lines upgrade yet, but I think he's only just set S&Ds, so it can be forgiven. I think what you do need to do here is make sure you secure enough oils and secure one of the corners. So secure half of the map. Maybe you can do a bit of a dozer rush through the middle to stop this situation happening. Make sure you get at least half of the oils and try to kick stealth off one of the corners. And basically, I would be going for a huge V spam, like 3 or 4 war factories. Maybe some of them will be loaded. Maybe you'll do 2 barracks. 3 or 4 war factories and a few barracks. And you basically just want to headbutt the stealth. And ideally, you will do a magical push before that palace is up and not let him get your dozers. But I do think GLA has advantage. Oh, welcome new subscribers, Federico and SRB. Mojo will now play the stealth. We'll see how ExCaL plays the air differently. I think what you see some players do as well is, as the Air Force, they will drop a barracks here, and they will also walk their dozer from here over here and build a barracks here too, to really ensure that you get in these corners. Make a few missile defenders. Technical comes in, lays the locket, get inside of these buildings and stuff. Secure as many oils as you can. So probably, yeah, if I was to try it, I probably wouldn't make a war factory. I see Tom Step in the chat saying he'd open with a war factory. I think if you watch Marakar play it, he'll drop like a dozer here, build a barracks, and he'll also walk a barracks over there. Just do like a barracks spam in the beginning until you get a decent amount of oils. And then when you get a decent amount of oils, then drop down like 3 or 4 war factories and do a huge spam. Then you get in these Maybe at the same time you're dropping down the war factories. Whenever you have the cash. So ExCaL is going for 1 supply. Double barracks. He's sending rangers down to the bottom right. He's coming in with this drop. There's a TNT there. ExCaL thinking about where he's going to drop. Decides to go for this bunker. Drops off a dozer here too. Picks up the dozer. Not the most efficient drop, I don't think. Toxin Tractor is already on the way. Technical is already heading into the base. ExCaL with a nice little sneaky position there, but I think those 2 RPGs alone might be able to stop that. This one of ExCaL gets denied. Might be better for that technical just to camp up there, really, because it's not really going to achieve much down here now with the laser locks. Yeah, that one will be stopped, but I'm not so sure about this. ExCaL gets this one. Oh, the dozer's gone in there. Killed a bunch of workers. Mojo grabs himself 2 oils, 3 oils. Yeah, 3 oils so far. This one of ExCaL is now being hit. ExCaL is going for this one again in the base. The technical seems to be on it, so that one's going to get denied. I think Mojo needs to pay close attention to this top left position, because there's 2 oils potentially going to go ExCal's way. That ranger's gone inside of the building for now. This one gets denied, but there is a ranger there and also somewhere here. I don't know if he's in there. ExCaL tries to move out of the way, but he gets crushed. Yeah, the GLA is macroing up pretty nicely. Extra supply in the base. But that gets picked off. I think this building here will eventually win, even though it seems to have maybe just 1 RPG inside of there. A Toxin Tractor is here to help out anyway. Nicely played there by Mojo. ExCaL now expanding to a 2nd supply. He's got that oil. Mojo hasn't captured this one. Sonic says it's the worst map he's ever seen. I disagree, actually. I think it's one of the most fun maps. It is a little bit overplayed now, and we've seen it many, many times, so we know pretty much what's going to happen. But I still think it's a really decent map. You see massive, massive battles on this. I think it heavily depends on... Like, if I play a new map and I win on it, I automatically like it. If I play on a new map and I lose on it 2 or 3 times and I'm pretty bad on it, I don't like it. I'm going to probably guess that Sonic isn't particularly good at this map. Like, no offense. It happens to me as well. If I lose on a map, I don't like it. It is quite a hard map. Like I said, it's the most complicated map. I think the skill ceiling here is higher than any other map in my view. Because it's like the same amount of oils as Oil Rampage, but it's giant and there's spread everywhere and there's bunkers and so many places where you can push compared to like Oil Rampage. Yeah, a bit of a clusterfuck going on here. Quads eventually will get cleared. There's a few Vs already in the base. This did not happen in the previous game. ExCal's got control of this, control of this, control of this. He's got loads of oils. TNT for Mojo. It does stop the strat, and I don't think that was cancelled either. These Vs are empty. But they might provide ExCaL with a nice little bit of time that he needs. Because he picked off that supply, keeping Mojo busy. Meanwhile, behind this, ExCaL can now control the game a little bit more. He's starting the old V-spam. This is a much better position for the air than when Mojo was playing with the air. Yeah, Tumset doesn't like the barrack spam because he thinks it's quite easy for the barracks to get camped. Yeah, there is that risk. I just... Like, let's say you go for a war factory straight away. Like, you're still not going to be stopping the technicals with 1v. Or 1 or 2vs. You're not going to be stopping those technicals. Running around, stopping your oils. Yeah, ExCaL is going for the MTV spam. There are buggies out. So if both players get a load of cash here, you can see some phenomenal battles. It looks like advantage ExCaL at the minute, though. He also is level 3, so support powers are going to be on the way soon. Carpet bomb's going to be on his way because the strat's nearly finished. Mojo generally pretty slow getting his buggy ammo upgrade from the previous games we've seen. So this is where I think, like, even though you're losing... Ooh, there's a bomb truck there. What the hell? What the hell? I think he was going for these, actually. But yeah, even though you're going to lose Vs on the way in, I think the idea is that you just spam so many Vs, especially with the help of the refinery. You spam so many that you don't care. As long as you're gaining ground, it's like World War One. You're losing loads of men, but at least you're gaining ground. Pushing the enemy back. There's a combat Chinook play now from ExCaL. Legendary play. Starts to pick off the buggies. And there's no quad cannons in sight. And the market there gets picked off. I don't think the market was the right thing to be placing down there, actually. I think another arms dealer there and there could have been good. ExCaL now hitting the oils. ExCal's in full control. Spectre coming on these oils down in the bottom right. Another oil getting hit here too. ExCal's in full control. There's no threat here, I don't think, for the Air Force. He's dropping down the particle now as well. He's also expanded in the top left. ExCaL showing us how to play Air Force on Blue Hole. GG from Mojo. Yeah, I think that was a bad matchup choice against ExCaL, quite honestly. Because ExCaL picks that as one of his favorite matchups. I think there was a tournament once where you had to pick your favorite matchup that you would always play in every set. And ExCaL picked Air and Stealth. So I'm just not really sure about that matchup pick from Mojo. So I don't think he's really done his homework. Yeah, I think picking like some of the China mirrors, China versus Nuke, might have better chance with that. China special. There's a USA GLA. Maybe Mojo could make that 1-1 again. Yeah, currently 4-2 for ExCaL. Okay, ExCaL's matchup. Wouldn't mind seeing some demo Nuke. Wonder if we'll get to see that today. USA GLA. Okay, Mojo picking his map. Let's see. Got Vendetta ready. I know that's one of the maps. There's like Poseidon's Lair, Drowning Desert, Arctic Arena. Yeah, he is thinking. He's thinking long and hard. Arctic Arena. Okay, it's another map like Blue Hole. A lot of oils, quite big. Maybe a little bit more simple than Blue Hole. Mojo says USA noob. Tiny Tactics is not in the map pool. Oh no, is it in the map pool? Yeah, it is in the map pool actually. Okay, down at the bottom right, we have the purple USA Vanilla. This is OOE ExCaL. Up in the top left, we have the Chile Vanilla. For the yellow, this is AKA Mojo. Quite similar, isn't it, to the previous one? I know it was Air Stealth, which is different, but it's another GLA USA. It's going to be another big V spam against mostly technicals. Okay, there won't be combat Chinooks, there won't be carpets at 1 star, but it's still a lot of oils. It's going to be quite samey, I think. It's still a double barracks there from ExCaL, which you would imagine on this map. Double barracks from Mojo. I know we have Tumstep in the chat. Whereas he likes to, as the GLA here, I think, go for 2 supplies. You see him going for 2 supplies. A single barracks. Grab some oils a little bit later, I think, sometimes. Which often does work out for him. But here, yeah, Mojo's going to be rushing out a few oils. Tech RPG. Through the middle. I think it was worth probably stopping that. There's one missile defender here. Now he's taking damage already. So if he gets laser locked there. Ooh. Ah, the micro messed up a bit there. What the hell is going on here? Somebody screenshot that. What the hell is going on? Mojo's not realized. That's really awful there from Mojo. Oh my god, that's really bad. What is he doing? ExCal's just been allowed a free oil directly in front of a tunnel. I don't know why the tunnel's not firing, but the Rebel was right there. The Rebel could have stopped it. But he's just not doing it. Maybe he's just focusing elsewhere. He's building an extra supply. ExCaL is 2. Yeah, he is adamant on getting tunnels up here. This Ranger gets denied again. But yeah, imagine if he'd have denied that. He'd be in a really good position here against ExCaL. But ExCal's got this 1 oil bonus here. V coming through. Does deny it, so ExCaL retains control of that. So ExCaL has 3 oils. Tech RPG here. So Veta Technical. I think it's a grenade tech. There's a few Vs here. That middle oil is now being targeted by the tunnel. Will he get that Chinook? He does get the Chinook. Doesn't quite get the veto, but does get 2 Chinooks. Pretty good technical there. Pretty good value technical. I still think that could be captured by the Jule. It was really messed up there by Mojo, but I think we'll forgive him because he is doing well in all other parts of the map. And that is a beautiful TNT that we have just missed. Oh my god, he's got 2 Vs and the War Factory. Exceptional there by Mojo. Toxin Tractor coming in, but there's going to be a laser look there from ExCaL. Baikonur says map by DoMiNaToR. Well, the map isn't actually by me, although I did place these buildings here because the other buildings on the map were bugged. I did put that Toxin build in and change some other stuff here because there were some issues with it. It was actually made by TK Leo, but I designed it. But I designed a lot of 0-hour maps that are currently in the map pool. Damned Scorpion was my idea. This was my idea. Battleship, my idea. Black Hell, my idea. AK's Magic, my idea. Yeah, there's a lot that I designed, but I generally don't make them. Apart from turning oil around to prevent it from being a blocker. Because if the flag's facing... If the flag doesn't face like 91.5 degrees and Zazon blocks it, it can't be a ranked map. It has to be 91.5 degrees. No, 91.57 degrees south. 0.47 latitude. If it's not that, then it's a blocker. So sometimes, yeah, you get me going in, changing the positions of the oils for that very reason. So Mojo is dominating the left-hand side. 2 arms dealers. Palace is going up. ExCaL, not many Vs out. This Stinger site will be denied. Various technicals coming through the middle. You could control fire the explosive barrels there. A little bit of detail on the map. Explosive barrels, my idea. Just saying. Yeah, a lot of missile defenders died in the making of this stream. A few technicals being punished there. Beautiful TNT. He's reset the strat, forced the cancel of it, and killed the War Factory and got another V. Really beautiful TNTs there from Mojo. ExCaL is flushing out these buildings with flashbangs. It's currently very contained in his base. Second War Factory established now by ExCaL. Quite a lot of infantry there. AK Mojo is floating again, like we've seen in previous games. Needs an instant market or 2 and an extra arms dealer, in my view. Plus queuing up a Jarman. Yeah, his macro is just off a little bit, isn't it? Like floating 10k. This isn't a guaranteed win. Saf1 in the chat says, Domi, that spot in the middle oil is bugged. There was once a technical who got destroyed there. And then the oil got destroyed as well. It was Marikar versus Killer. I need to read that again. There was once a technical here who got destroyed there. And then the oil got destroyed as well. I don't really understand how that's a bug. I don't know what you're talking about. Some step seems to be on the case, though. You mean the technical died and the oil just miraculously died as well? Yeah, send me that on Discord as well. I'm interested to see. Or maybe some step can forward it to me. I'm interested to see. Yeah, white hell, I didn't design that. District 10, 2v2 map, designed that. Stolen from StarCraft 2 design. Pigeon says if the map has more than 5 oils, it's likely designed by me. Yeah. Probably can say that. it has a battleship, aircraft carrier, or floods designed by me. Okay, well, these Vs for ExCaL are pushing in, but they are taking punishment. Where is the worker shoes? The worker shoes is in play, but where is the buggy ammo upgrade? There it is. I think this is another game for Mojo. You see, didn't I say before, instead of air stealth, you should have picked GLA USA. Because in the GLA USA to start off with, it went 1-1. He might be able to get another 1-1. And it certainly looks like he's going to get at least one here. Because he's in that similar position, isn't he? He's in that similar position to game number 1 on Oxygen. Oxygen 1. Alexan in the chat says the beef with Zezon is still there. It's actually not. I'm actually super chill with Zezon at the minute. We did that 2-hour interview. If you haven't heard that already. I just like to joke about it sometimes. I like to joke in general. I'm that kind of character. Yeah, technicals are good against Vs because you can get the Vet 1. And in a 1v1 against the V, it will win unless the V has tow. Or it has the Hellfire drone. And yeah, they can actually chase and close down Vs and damage them pretty well in groups. And you can like trap them against the side of the map. Technicals are very fast. Whereas like quads can be outranged against loaded Vs. So quads are almost like... You're just making quads every game. It's so predictable. Quads can just be picked off by loaded Vs, especially when S&D comes in. But technicals also lose against S&D, so... Was that a technical that's been stopped? Yeah, it used to be quads were the meta against Vs. And then one day, I think it was Rage who started the old technical spam against... pretty sure it was Mad Rage who started the technical spam against Vs. It just shows you, though, if the developers never put that Vet 1 technical as a general's promotion, this whole meta would be changing. You would never see technicals against Vs then. It's because of that Vet 1. It changes everything. Yeah, ExCaL clearing this position now. He did lose 2 Vs there. I think there should be a repop. Keep punishing these Vs for every inch they gain in ground. 3 Vs died there. Probably will be one more, maybe. Nope. Mojo pushing forward on the right side. Yeah, GLA seems to be thriving on these giant maps. Couple of scud storms going up. I still think there should have been a third arms dealer, you know. Really do think that. Have we seen DoMiNaToR as well? Domi's Toy Box was actually not made by me. That was made by a guy called Sky. Sky or Sky. He knew I liked crazy stuff. To be honest, it is a bit too much of a crazy map, actually. Yeah, it's not the cleanest of engagements by Mojo, but he is picking off the Vs, and he has more of the map. He has bounty money coming in. He has black markets. He's got 2 scud storms on the way. And yeah, a lot of Vs there are being cleared. So this is Mojo's game in the bag. If he loses from here, it's either going to be a mismatch, a disconnect, or some serious throwing of the game. Some serious mistakes. If there's a nuke truck on the map, yeah, you can guarantee I designed that. Or I at least made V2 of it and added a nuke truck. Yeah, 2 scud storms out. All of the Vs are getting deleted here. It's looking very, very bad for ExCaL. He does have 1 drop zone in the bottom right. He could be collecting from here, ExCaL could. ExCaL pushing forward in these buildings here. DoMiNaToR did get picked off. There's a Tomahawk out now for ExCaL. Yeah, ExCaL really giving it a good go, but I think deep down he knows this is over. I think he's just putting on a show for us. Just making Mojo work for it. Whoa, that's a Fargo Tomahawk. Fargo Tomahawk. I told you, Fargo makes an appearance in every set, even when he's asleep or working. It's crazy. Okay, he chooses to go for the oil. It's a very good target. I think the strat, that, and a power, or the oil, all viable targets. Probably the oil, you could argue, is the best one, though. Cut ExCal's economy off. And then he won't be able to keep funding all of this army, which he is so doing. It's actually unbelievable how much money ExCaL has, like how much he's been spamming. Mojo's got 25k now in the bank. So again, there should have been a third war factory ages ago, at least. Yeah, some buggies here have been picked off, but they're mostly chipping away at the Vs. Need a DoMiNaToR here again. Maybe inside of a battle bus would be good. So you can snipe all of these without getting sniped yourself. ExCaL's trying to creep forward as much as he can. Still trying to collect from here. Another TNT. There's a double A10 coming in. Double A10 is going to be on that oil in the back. Yeah, ExCaL really fighting down to the last man. Here comes the Anthrax bomb. GG. GG, 4-3.
You have been
4-3. Well played there to Mojo. Okay. Little trick on YouTube, by the way. Sometimes you can be a couple of seconds behind everybody else, and you can press like the double play speed or something, and it'll catch you up. So it'll fast forward like the 10 seconds you're behind or whatever, and it'll catch you up. Because I think some people are more than the 2 minutes behind. Might be wrong, but I get the feeling of that from reading the chat. Yeah, a little tip. ExCaL actually taught me that. Down at the bottom right, we have the yellow USA Vanilla. This is AKA Mojo. Up in the top left, we have the purple GLA Vanilla. This is OOE ExCaL. Does that particular guitar song indicate one side is winning? No, I don't think so. You mean the music that's playing now? The music that's playing now is not connected to the game. I play that separately from the desktop because I've cut the copyrighted music out of it. So I don't get any warnings or notifications on YouTube. Would be cool, though, if it was AI linked or something. Started to get more epic as the game is about to end. Okay, top right, we've got a barracks being dropped off. Mojo needs to win this to equalize to 4-4. Mojo's kept his... sold his CC against ExCaL. We'll see how that's going to work out for him. ExCaL is loading up a worker and heading up to the top right position. Needs a few MDs here to laser lock this incoming technical. But all of that area is going to be denied. Yeah, you needed a few MDs there. I think that's a bit of lack of experience there for Mojo, honestly. A few MDs and this whole engagement would have gone more differently because that technical would have died and then he might potentially be challenging for these oils, Mojo. Whereas now ExCal's in full control. ExCal's already got one oil here. Mojo's been denied that one. Mojo's got this one, this one, this one, this one. So 4 oils. He might get this one as well. Okay, 5 oils is not absolutely that bad. Problem for Mojo is now he's only got 1 dozer, already 2.5 minutes into the game. And we know ExCaL likes the dozer hunt. So you have to imagine at some point that dozer is going to be challenged. Just 1 sec. Yeah, the stream delay is 2 minutes. Nice position here from ExCaL. He might take out a V. He's damaging the Chinook. There's a Vet 3 technical now. Is he going to pick off that worker? Yeah, he gets it. So you could just back off from that position now. Maybe the Hellfire will just kill that anyway. That oil is taken out. ExCal's got this, got this, got this. So that's like, what, 4 oils, I think, for ExCaL. This attack is stopped. Yeah, that is the last dozer. There's only 1 more factory out so far. I think the V army needs to gather together, get loaded up with an ambulance in there, and charge out across the map now, because now is probably the best time. What is that from ExCaL? Is he going for the TNC on the oil? No. Just a complete drive-by. Keeping Mojo busy. When are we going to have a 4v4 with pros? Probably be a one-off challenge. Maybe we can look to do one in April, maybe the back end of April or something. It's generally quite hard to get everyone together.
Search and destroy.
Technical coming in for ExCaL. And again here. His technical is repairing as he's going, so it's actually helping him survive a lot. Palace is only just going up. This is Mojo's chance, you know, to equalize. But that strat is in danger. So is the dozer. Is strat kill. So these Vs are going to have a harder time now. Needs to stop that palace, but also it's worth stopping that because that will help ExCaL out a lot with the technical fights. Mojo needs to get in there fast and stop this palace. Evac comes in. ExCaL pushing forward, loses a lot of technicals there. Nice engagement there for Mojo. He needs to click on that oil with that and then go in and stop that palace. And if he does that, he might be in an okay position. ExCaL does have a lot of technicals, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Only coming in with 6 currently, though. Nice micro so far from Mojo. I don't think this is the best engagement for ExCaL, actually. Does get himself 1v regardless, though. But I do think that Mojo's micro could have been even better then, to be honest. He could have moved that weaker one back and just kept the strong ones at the front, but he moved the whole army back. But it could be Mojo's distracted for the old dozer hunt. Yeah, Palace is finished now, which I do think that should have been attempted to be stopped before it got up, because now there's going to be DoMiNaToR, there's going to be buggies. ExCaL still making the old technicals. Is that another TNT? Wow. Another TNT there by ExCaL. He's still going for that dozer. So Mojo's under pressure back in the base. But the arms dealers are now being wrecked. This is definitely Mojo's chance to equalize here. Might be making ExCaL sweat a little bit. ExCaL now coming in with a load of technicals. Is he going to be able to get these Vs? DoMiNaToR did get produced. 1 V gets picked off. Another V is going to be targeted. Needs to move that one back. But those Vs are in a bit of a difficult situation for themselves, but also a difficult position to clear for ExCaL, because you can't get really a buggy angle there. Don't know how full these are, though. ExCaL loses a buggy. He's not... I think he's still got... is he hunted or what? I don't know. Why is that still floating there? I think he has been hunted. Does look like he's been hunted, doesn't it? So ExCal's lost both arms dealers. He's remaking one over here. DoMiNaToR did get the snipe in. Yeah, it looks like he's hunted. He's not dropping anything from that Chinook. Yeah, it is empty. So he's been hunted with the continuous TNTs. Did kind of call it at the beginning. So Mojo needs to win with what he's got on the battlefield now. More and more technicals are being produced. Sorry, more arms dealers been produced. The next V army is here, but there's so many arms dealers out. There's a lot of targets to hit. That looks like a real one as well. But Mojo is not on any war factory. ExCal's TNT the war factory and hunted, so any V that dies cannot be replaced. Yeah, so ambulance can't be replaced. He's only producing massive amounts of snipers now. So I don't really think Mojo's going to win now, because you could just sit with a DoMiNaToR inside that palace, for example. Mojo has to come to ExCaL. I think ExCal's just too decent of a defender. He's been in this situation so many times, so much experience against very high caliber players like Marikar, for example. Okay, massive drop. It really depends on how well this drop does. If he's gonna win or not. There's a lot of technicals coming. Could go for the crushers here. Just choosing to fight it. I think DoMiNaToR's inside there, isn't he? So he's just sniping it all. So yeah, ExCal's got this. Got it in the bag. The continuous TNTs eventually did get the dozer hunt. ExCaL behind this is making the palace. Yeah. It's kind of a shame for Mojo, because he was actually doing very good with his pushes. Would he have got himself in that much of a decent position if he'd have sold his CC, though? Because he used that extra 1,000 like to drop this barracks, distract ExCaL. Definitely think this was winnable for Mojo. Like, if it had just made it, when he dropped that barracks, if it had made 2 MDs and laser locked that first technical, for example, that would have put him at a massive advantage. He's coming in now with a massive job, Mojo, but I think he doesn't realize there's a Jean-Miguel inside there. Oh, he's gone in. He's gone in and kicked the Shaman out. That was weird. That was weird. I don't really fully understand what we just saw there. Did the Pathfinder... Did ExCaL evac, or I don't even know what happened. GG anyway. GG.
You have been defeated.
Okay, 5-3 for ExCaL. I'm just going to grab a drink while they're choosing the next matchup. Okay. Okay, we are back. GLA Tox up in the north position with the yellow. This is AKA Mojo. Down in the south position with the purple GLA Tox. This is OOE ExCaL. Yeah, GLA special. So actually, have they started wrong? Isn't it a demo mirror first? Looks like they've started the Tox mirror. It's supposed to be a demo mirror first. I mean, as long as they play both, doesn't matter too much. It should be demo mirror first. But. Oh, Tim said there was flashbangs. When he cleared that bunker. Okay, I didn't see that. Someone suggested should there be snipers for the infantry general? Well, someone recently posted the win stats of all the armies, and infantry was like one of the highest, like 60% of all of its matches. Infantry is winning, so probably would indicate infantry doesn't need a buff. The armies that need a buff for China and super weapon, actually. Interesting tunnel position by Mojo. Gets himself a couple of ExCaL's workers there. Not the best technical pop, and he's also left himself wide open over here as well. ExCaL might also try to get inside of the main worker base. Yeah, more advantageous start here for ExCaL because he's killing all the workers here. And this one is quite well defended. Mojo is sending a worker into the ExCaL box. I do like that. Because now he can build a tunnel there. Or he can build a demo trap. Either one is decent. Mojo's reestablished himself on this supply with a decent amount of workers. Picking off these. This technical's been picked off too. That worker's still there for Mojo. I don't think ExCaL's realized. He has now. He's made a rebel, but it's just too slow for Mojo. He's just not on point, I think. He could have already had a tunnel up there. Could have. Yeah, when you're playing against someone like ExCaL, everything has to be perfect. But that worker was just too chill for too long. And ExCaL has now dealt with it. Yeah, more workers of Mojo getting picked off there. This tunnel not working out so great, is it? ExCaL's got himself an oil. ExCaL bringing a quad in as well. Tunnel retargets. But it's still losing HP. Oh, I don't know about that, ExCaL. I'm not so sure about that. Jason Collar in the chat says 85 likes only. You guys need to like it. I agree, man. Can we get to 200 likes by the end of the stream? Let's see. If we do, we'll ban Fargo from the channel. How about that? We'll ban him in the chat. If we reach 200 likes, Fargo's gone. Okay, well, ExCaL's still being harassed here quite a lot. There's double arms dealer spam, but ExCaL has gone for quadruple arms dealer spam. Somehow Mojo has more Scorpions, more RPGs. I don't think 4 arms dealers is ever really optimal. I think there's even a case for 2 arms dealers and Palace being the very maximum. You should make it a Tox Mirror. Just make more tunnels if you've got the cash, because you get RPGs which can slow down and beat 3 arms dealers. I think 2 arms dealers plus Palace, generally the best. ExCaL remaking this supply. Yeah, you see, he's gone for 4 arms dealers, but he's not producing from at least 2 of them. Maybe that one's not producing very much as well. And that's leaving ExCaL a bit low on cash. ExCal's usually a master at managing his money. But currently there, I'm not totally sold on the idea of those 4 arms dealers. Yeah, he's spamming from at least 2. Yeah, ExCal's still not being able to collect from here, and Mojo has got his oil. Not got his refinery quite yet. Palace is being built. ExCal's palace is not in sight. ExCal going around with a technical. Is an empty one. He's just after the worker kills again. Killed an enemy technical here as well, and it was a TNT of all things there from Mojo. Might be able to force fire the ground there and get it. No. It's distracting Mojo, though, and hurting his economy. But ExCaL is not collecting on this 3rd. I don't think this is the best Tox play we've ever seen from ExCaL. It's just a bit weird with these 4 arms dealers. Palace is going up for ExCaL, but it's much quicker for Mojo. Based on how this game started, yeah, I think it was a much better start for ExCaL, but Mojo's found himself in an okay position here, I think. Yeah, I actually think both of these arms dealers here are fake. Yeah, I think 4 arms dealers is just like a troll for fun kind of thing. Sure, it can work sometimes, but I just think if you have the extra cash, just drop down a tunnel. A tunnel is very good. You get the 2 free RPGs. ExCaL is going for battle buses now. Mojo's already on a battle bus and 2 markets. But ExCal's still doing an exceptional job at harassing all of these workers. Over and over again. That one's actually been sniped on 1 HP. Battle Buster Mojo gets picked off. And Mojo's just continually being harassed as well. He's only collecting on 2 workers right there. Right now. Maybe a toxin track to pop from there and like contaminate there could be decent actually. Even force firing over scorpions. Worst case scenario. Jean Munkel over here. That's a nice pick off there from Mojo. Get some bounty money. Both players working their way towards level 3. Both players pretty close. ExCaL now on a market as well. Got the buggy transition for Mojo. 5 buggies in play. I think Mojo can hang around there and fight this. Get some decent XP because that was the Vet 2 Scorpion. Oh, he's going to lose a buggy though. Maybe. No, okay. That Scorpion survives somehow for now. The ammo upgrade is in play. Mojo's very close to level 5 now. There's maybe 2 more kills. Gamma upgrade in play for both players. Battle Bus comes in for ExCaL. It's half been sniped. Now has to make a bit of a run for it. But he has the repair bay there, plus these 2 artillery platforms. And that repair bay is helping like the survivability Of like that battle bus there, for example. Again, ExCaL's losing workers on this supply. Both players close to level 3, but Mojo's slightly closer. Yeah, I agree. As observer, we should be able to see fakes. I do agree with that. Is Fargo really a vegan? Yes, he is. Mojo. That is his sniper, yeah? Oh, no, it's ExCaL's sniper. Okay. ExCaL's Jarman coming out on top. It's a good storm going up for ExCaL. Whereas more markets for Mojo. Mojo's now level 3. ExCaL's battle bus turns around at potentially a wrong time. Gets deleted, really. For 1 Scorpion. Better trade-off there for Mojo. ExCaL now dropping down more markets. Yeah, Mojo doing very well over on this right side. And this supply is going to be denied again. And well done to Mojo. I think another ExCaL battle bus will get picked off there. It does. There's DoMiNaToR here for ExCaL picks off Mojo's battle bus, but he reclaims it, but it's pretty much empty now. Might have a rebel in there. He's definitely after that DoMiNaToR, isn't he? But yeah, ExCaL's getting pushed back on this right side, and now Mojo wants this supply for himself. More markets being dropped down. Mojo's economy is pretty decent. ExCaL coming in with a battle bus. Another one gets deleted. That's another expensive loss there for ExCaL. I think it's looking pretty good for Mojo, you know? I think I prefer his position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. The proxy market there. And he's on this supply. Whereas if you look at it from ExCaL's point of view, 1, 2... Yeah, 2 market... Oh, he's got those 2 as well. Okay, so 4v6. But Mojo is on level 4. And he's also collected on this supply. Just placed down a scaffold and then cancelled it to make sure he's getting that old next level of the bounty money. ExCaL's really insistent on charging forward with them battle busters, isn't he? Doesn't want to make the transition to buggies. Yeah, we are late into the night now. 4 minutes past midnight my time. Will tiredness start impacting the players at any point? If ExCaL's been working all day and had that long drive back, could do. But for Mojo, I think he's in Syria, and I don't even know what the time is there. It's probably like 2 a.m. or 3 a.m., no? Or worse. Depends what time he woke up, though, because if your sleeping pattern's all screwed up, like mine used to be when I was a teenager, or in my early 20s. Yeah, sometimes I didn't wake up till like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so... when I was on a gaming binge. Yeah, Yeah, ExCaL's Scud Storm is going to fire in 2 minutes. Mojo still happily collecting. He's dropping down 2 Scud Storms of his own. They're quite close together, though. Mojo comes in again. He's going to pick this off. I think ExCaL cancelled it. ExCaL's work is getting picked off here too. John McKellar for Mojo wants to be careful he doesn't go too close to these tunnels because they will get detected. Oh, he got found. Okay, massive attack here now from ExCaL. Oh, I think he was expecting a more easier path in there, but he's run into stingers, and that battle bus gets deleted. Okay. Thought ExCaL was going to commit, maybe going left there. But yeah, those stingers with the Gamma upgrade and the AP rockets, by the way, does immense damage because the Gamma upgrade does affect the stingers too. I think it's like, isn't it like 35% extra damage on the stingers with the Gamma upgrade? It doesn't tell you that anywhere, but apparently it does. Mojo can still attack from this left side, by the way. Look, Jesus, it's not tiredness, it's lethargy. I'm just going to be honest, I don't really care. Thank you. I will remember that for next time. On 28th of March, where am I traveling to? Mo said I'm going to Thailand, actually. Okay, Battle Bus is coming in now for ExCaL, but he's going to run to an almost certain death. There's so many units here for Mojo, and ExCaL has just been deleted, literally just deleted. And he's also not shooting this. Oh, he is now. He is now. Oh, Mojo doesn't realize what's up because that Scud Storm there from ExCaL is going to be on it. And now that Scud's dead. All because Mojo's not concentrating. That's dead now. It's 100% dead. ExCaL just needed to one-tap it to kill it. Yeah. Mojo doesn't realize that. I'm very surprised he doesn't realize that. Oh. Interesting stuff. ExCaL's going to get another Scud Storm here now. Okay. Mojo's coming in with the counter-attack. ExCaL's still sticking with the trusty bus spam. I can't believe that Mojo's just let them two die after that amazing engagement, deleting the whole army. I find that a bit weird. Like, it looked like ExCaL got completely crushed and stopped there. And now, look, there's a bus running around killing him. What is Mojo doing? This is crazy. 4 battle buses now entering ExCaL's base. What is going on in this game, man? What is going on? Maybe he'll target the markets, go after ExCaL's money. There's still a Scud Storm out for Mojo. It is over here. That was a fake arms dealer, by the way. We just found out now. Mojo might be able to get this market back here. Both players approaching level 5. Buggy's on the right side. Pushing ExCaL back. Yeah, I don't think this is the highest level game we ever saw, you know. I think there's mistakes from various... from both of the players here, both sides. But it could just be how late we are. Like, it's late for ExCaL. I don't think he did the best build going for the 4 arms dealers, even if a few of them are fake. And I also am very surprised how Mojo handled this. He's lost like a massive chunk of his base now. I don't think that needed to happen. Yeah, ExCaL still got that. ExCaL still has markets here too. John McKell for ExCaL snipes this. Yeah, that's a big point I keep forgetting about. He's got 3 markets there, which is funding his economy. Anthrax and Sneak. There's no defensive tunnel back there from Mojo. So this could potentially be very bad for Mojo. He's already losing the oil. Going to lose probably the market next. Mojo's currently not reacting. Is he just not got many units or something? I think after he launched that attack with all them battle buses, I think he doesn't have much left now. Brings his army in now, but yeah, he's just lost his oil refinery and a market. He is dropping down more markets. He still hasn't fully collected here. Still like 2.7k left. Maybe I prefer ExCaL's position now. Mojo dropping down his CC. Yeah, should have been a tunnel back there. And also, if ExCaL's sticking with the old bus spam, I think having a tunnel here would be good to protect these. I also think it's still worth making a supply there. I mean, maybe long distance collecting is okay. Bit close to that tunnel, isn't it? Look how many markets are in this middle position there. Where would you scud storm? Like there? Because then you get both markets and that. Yeah, I think ExCaL's economy might be taking over now. If we do a market count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 markets against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But then ExCaL has that, and that on top of it. So, and his scud's going to fire first. And Mojo's still not quite level 5. Mojo is still collecting from here, though. And he is super long distance collecting from here. The economy is probably quite even. That scud has been low at multiple times. Multiple different times. Do you think there's been opportunities to pick that off? Like when them 4 battle buses charged into the base. Could he have not picked off that scud with that first? ExCaL's fired the scud and sneaked at the same time. Nicely done. Yeah, ExCaL's won this now. Mojo's... I think this is a throw for Mojo. I do think it's a throw. Yeah, the last 5 minutes or so has been really good for ExCaL. He's playing some good 0 now. Yeah, I definitely consider this a throw. Like, Mojo, he had a bad start. ExCaL had a good start. Mojo was, like, dominating the whole middle game. I really don't get... Like, he bunched those 2 scuds together, didn't really defend them. Had an amazing fight, but then still let 1 bus come in and wreck him. I don't really understand that. ExCaL's in no rush now. He's got the money advantage. He's got the Scud Storm advantage. Even if Mojo's got this, so what? Plenty of battle buses now for ExCaL. He's got junk repair as well as the repair bay, and they stack, I believe. Scud Storm now from ExCaL down in the bottom left. It's just going to be a slow and painful death now for Mojo. think he's seen the best of his days in this match already, and now it's going to get worse and worse, I think. Sneak attack again. He's generally not been covering the sneaks that well. Does stop this one, though. Yeah, these middle markets, like you said, could have been cleared with those 4 buses. I don't think Mojo maybe realizes about them, though. Don't know if he's been scanning or not. He does have the radar van and the scan upgrade. I think this is going to be a slow and painful death now, unless Mojo takes the luckiest fight of his life, or unless there's a 50-50 mismatch. Jarman on the bike kind of thing. I'm really not sure about Mojo's chances now. Yeah, Rebel Ambush going to reset all the buggy count. It's just getting worse and worse for Mojo, isn't it? ExCaL can clear this little bit of map control. Mojo's had control of that for a while. I think someone typed in the chat before that Mojo's weakness is like his APM and he lacks on the macro side. Yeah, you might be right. I don't know. Well, like when he was GLA against the USA, he macroed up pretty well then. These battle busters for ExCaL gets in again. GG from Mojo. ExCaL extends his lead there to 6, and Mojo's still on 3. Yeah, massive throw there, I think, for Mojo. I really do. There was a point where ExCaL attacked them scuds with multiple buses. Mojo popped and deleted the whole army of ExCaL, like up and out top left position. But he left 2 RPGs alive, and those 2 RPGs started chipping away at the scud, which then the scud died to ExCal's scud. He should have cleared both of them RPGs. I suppose ExCaL then did send another battle bus in and finish the scud anyway, but then, yeah, Mojo just took an amazing fight and deleted the whole army of ExCaL. Like, he could have used that point on the right-hand side to attack with M4 buses when ExCaL had no army. Like, very... very, very strange. Move me in the chat says we're getting closer to 200 likes. Yeah, I told you if we reach 200 likes on the stream, we'll ban Fargo from the stream chat permanently. Oh, this is going to be cool. This is going to be cool. ExCaL up in the top with the Gillet Demolition in the purple. This is ExCaL. He's going for a very fast supply. It's going to be a fast TNT. It's going to be a much quicker game, I can guarantee. Down in the south position, the yellow Demolition is going to have a shock of his life when this TNT gets across very, very quick. This is AKA Mojo. Yeah, ExCaL not wanting to play here another long game. Wants to get that TNT out super quick, so he's dropped down this supply. 2 barracks, make a load of terrorists. You'll get across the map, and this arms dealer is nice and at the front as well. So the only thing that can really stop it would be a technical to come out and get the crush on the terrorists as they're coming in. But it is going to be a very, very fast TNT. Will he just go with 4 terrorists, I wonder? Or will he wait for that 5th? He's just going to go for the 4 by the looks of it. 4 is enough for demo to kill that past the hole. Mojo does not seem prepared for this. TNT comes in. It does hit the arms dealer. Technical is coming out, though. But it doesn't. No, it doesn't stop it. So the arms dealer's gone. Technical here from Mojo. It is a TNT as well. TNT there from ExCaL. Doesn't quite work out. It's 3 supplies for Mojo. Does Mojo realize what's up? It's only 3 terrorists. Oh, no, 4. It's 4. It's 4. Okay, so ExCal's under pressure now. He's only got one supply. And he's about to have no workers collected on his main. The problem for Mojo is that he doesn't have an arms dealer either. So they only have what technicals they have out. ExCal's got 2 versus Mojo's 1. So ExCaL is going back. Mojo comes in and gets the crush. Gets himself a vet 2. But needs to keep on the run because ExCaL is on the way. ExCaL trying to establish a tunnel. He's got a tunnel here too. Yeah, very, very fast and ferocious game compared. That is a vet 2 if I'm not mistaken, isn't it? Yeah, it is a vet 2, so it is healing. And also will be able to 1v1 that technical as soon as it gets up to a decent amount. There seems to be a bit of freezing going on at the minute. Latency's gone up. ExCaL coming in with a TNT on the arms dealer. It is a real arms dealer as well. It's been upgraded. That's a big loss there for Mojo. And Mojo's walked his only technical into a demo trap. That's over. Well played there to ExCaL. Fast and ferocious. Very, very quick Agile mirror game. GG. GG's indeed. ExCaL will make it through to the semi-final. If you want to see who he's up against, check out the challenge bracket. I'm not going to spoil it because someone did say they don't want it to be spoiled. So I'm not going to show you who he's up against, but it's going to be good. Trust me on that. It is going to be good. So we've got both semi-finals now to take place. Marikar and Sai on the other side, and then ExCaL will now proceed to face his opponent. But yeah, check the challenge bracket and you'll see. Nice games, nice tournament. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I need to go to bed now because I've got to drive to the office tomorrow nice and early, unfortunately. So I'm going to leave it there. GG's. Amjad in the chat says, hey, Domi, when are we going to see some AI co-op missions with Darkline? I think we've actually done all the co-op missions. I think we have. Yeah, I'm trying to make Size versus Marikar for tomorrow, but for some reason, Size won't confirm it. So I don't know what's going on. But hopefully now the semifinals and finals are all going to be around the weekend, like Thursday, Friday night, Saturday night, something like this, maybe Sunday. So, yeah, nice games there tonight. Well played to both players. I have no doubt probably they're both tired. Let's Google what time is it in Syria right now. Syria time. Oh, 3:24. So, yeah, 3:24. If he's still in Syria, he's playing at 3:24. And ExCal's playing at midnight, half midnight, which is quite normal for ExCal, I think. Yeah. Okay. GG's, guys. I'm going to end it there. Thanks for everyone that joined. And we'll see you very soon. GG.